Good morning. This is Randy. I have another grouping of my mother's jewelry. I thought that this time I would go into the earrings. So these are what I consider the nicer of her earrings. They're basically all costume. There are a few silver pieces. I've got them organized from what I feel is the oldest going up to the more modern. So what I've got first are the screwback earrings. Now screwback earrings, I think these are most likely from the 40s and 50s. By the time we got to the 60s, why then the clip-ons sort of took over. So the first pair I've got is this lovely little pair of white enamel flowers, and they have a blue rhinestone and a little pearl in the center. All of the stones are there. There's no maker mark. Most of these have no maker mark. I really love that pair. I remember my mother wearing these. This little pair is a silver tone metal, sort of like a stylized flower with rhinestones in a halo, and I believe the stone is what you all call moonglow, and it's kind of a very pale blue. It's more of a hint of a blue than anything else. Then I have these leaf with a rhinestone. Just simple construction. These I love. Now these are heavier. Again, the screw back. But they're a shield. And it's a shield with a what they call a rampant lion on a white enamel background. Very ornate looking. The last pair of the screwbacks are these simple ones. They're a gold tone, more of a brassy look, and you can see they just go like that. And these are basically the door knocker. Door knocker is where you have something suspended that would flip back and forth like a door knocker. Okay. And then the very last pair, these are just a very simple silver tone, sort of oval, and they've got enamel, red enamel with white and black. Now, these are the pair that when I was trying to use Google Lens to look them up, it kept giving me pizza. Wouldn't even give me jewelry. So I have no idea who made these. If they had copper, why then I would have suspected Renoir Matisse. But I believe these are from the 40s, 50s. Usually when I saw my mother wearing these, it was during the 60s. I don't remember the jewelry as much from the 50s. I mean, as far as seeing her wear them, but I definitely remember these in the 60s. Okay, now we get to the clips. Now these are an older pair, and again, no mark. They have like a fabric-y kind of ribbon. It's a off-white with a little gold thread, And then they have these pink plastic beads with a little bead cap. These are all, well, I think the pink ones up here are plastic. The other ones feel cold. Of course, it's really cold in the house. But there actually could be some glass elements with them. Now these I remember, and I love them. These are glass. These are prong set. No marking. My mother wore these quite often. And here is a little pair of AB finish. It's just on a little filigree disc. Very nice. These are another favorite pair of mine. These are really nice. There's a textured gold tone on the back. These are definitely 60s. And it has this beautiful, these are almost like a dogwood shape. And then there's texture on the leaves. And then it has this lovely green enamel. This is a little more modern pair of the clip-ons. There's a gold tone, but it got not even enamel, it's more just painted, of sort of like a muted burgundy, a green, and then leaving the gold. We have some fancy ones. So these are all a rhinestone. No stones are missing. Half hoops. Very nice. It's a shame they're not marked. The other sparkly ones are these. And boy, they look like they should be something like Monet or Corot or something. But they're not marked. So we have a textured matte finish on a stylized leaf with this little spray of these beautiful rhinestones. Again, not a mark. But these are lovely. They look brand new, don't they? Then we have the fun ones. This is definitely 60s. The lime green with the blue was hot, hot, hot. Metal, silver. Now we come to what I call the fancier ones, and I'm going to rotate this to make it easier for me to get to them. Now this set is just, it's dull looking, but it's incredible. This is a matching earring and pin. So what we've got are a puffed and it's kind of like an oval with something in the middle. I can't tell what, and a kind of a bow at the top. Let's get this better. It's kind of a antique-y finish. And the pin has more of a crest. So they would go like this. I googled them. I couldn't come up with anything, but I really like these. Then there's this very delicate little pair of clip-ons in a gold tone. I tested them. They're not any kind of precious metal. Very, very thin half hoop. And it has the slight geometric cutouts. Very lightweight, very delicate. Now we get into the ones that are the precious metal. Now this pair, I haven't been able to identify them. They are sterling. It looks like a type of a jasper. They are the only pair that have a brand on them, and the brand is a J.J.J. ampersand CO company. So JJJ and Company. And those are very, very nice. And Mother has a pair of clip-on turquoise earrings. Really nice turquoise. I actually have a cuff bracelet, and the turquoise really matches what's in that cuff bracelet. So I think that these were probably purchased at the same time. My father was a fisherman, but he was a sports writer. He belonged to a organization called OWAA, Outdoor Writers Association of America. And every summer there was a convention, and all over the United States. And I am sure that these were picked up on one of the convention trips when they went out into the Southwest. Now these are marked as well. They're Mexico and they're alpaca. So alpaca means that they're not a true silver. There is some silver in this, but they don't test as silver. It's more of a nickel silver. Inlay mother pearl, dyed mother pearl, and abalone in a stylized flower. Now the last two, these are marked as, let me get my notes, 12 karat 1/20th gold fill, and it seems to have a name in it of Vinard, VINARD 5, and these are a half hoop, a puffed half hoop. And those are very nice. It almost looks like there's a silver inside, and that the ribs are where the gold is. It's hard to tell. Now these are the last pair, and these are the best ones. These are Monet. We all know Monet, but these are silver. Well, I don't know if you realize this, but most Monet pieces are not made of precious metal. Now, during World War II, and probably the same for World War I, jewelry, costume jewelry, normally made of base metals, they had to switch over to making jewelry out of precious metals because all of the base metals were used in the war effort. These are puffed. They're completely formed. They're puffed. The Monet is way down there. You can't see it, but there's a little kind of sort of dark spot, and it's right on that. Very, very different kind of clip. So these had to have been made in the 40s, the time period when we were at war. These are the more, I'm going to say, rare, because I don't believe that you find too many pieces of silver Monet that had to have been made during the years of World War II. So these are my nicer earrings. Now all of these earrings are going to be available for sale. I just haven't done enough research on any of them to say, oh, here's the price. However, if you are interested in any of these pairs, please contact me at my email address, which is randy@moonvalleycrafts.aol.com, and we can chat about it. I appreciate your time. Thanks so much.